Hey there everyone, Visa87 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Playset series of Yu Hakusho TCG, where I'm going to show off foil playsets of all 6 sets. Ghost Files, Dark Tournament, Gateway, Exile, Betrayal, Alliance. Now, these sets aren't fully complete, and this video is being recorded shortly after, Christmas in 2021, so I may have actually attained a few cards that this video and the Instagram might not actually reflect. So keep that in mind. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to jump into Dark Tournament, and we're also going to be only focusing on the foil cards. I have play sets of all the non-foils. Who cares about those? So let's dive in and start. So the first thing, of course, is the dark one. So as you can see, we have a reprint here. This is the, I have 3 copies of the reprint, 3 of this, 3 of this. I'm pretty sure without even looking, I have 6 Yokos. Apparently I have 9 Yokos, so I think that means I have 2 that are signed somewhere. But everything else, I have ×3 of both the Forlorn and Together Until the End of Time, ×3 of these, and I think ×6 Allied Forces. Of course, we have to have our playsets of the Dark one as well, so we have 1, 2, and 3. These are all the unsigned copy playset that I have. An unsigned one hasn't sold in a very, very long time now. Only signed ones have been popping up. These last signed copies that I heard were selling between $3,000 and $5,000. So I can only imagine what an unsigned one, which is considered to be, I guess, a little more rare at this point, would actually fetch. Probably somewhere around there. We also have a playset of tournament legal dark ones as well. Remember, you can't use the dark one in a deck unless it is signed by a score employee. I do have a set here, as you can see, and then, of course, I still have the one that I keep in the main binder, the Scott Sager one, along with my graded at a 9 unsigned one. But anyway, so you needed to, in order to run this in a deck, they needed to be signed. So if I were to ever enter a tournament legally, I could use these cards. Although we wouldn't be able to use the effect of Errata because score doesn't exist anymore. You can use the attack, you just can't use the effect. So, that's pretty neat, right? Let's keep going. I know I have 2 playsets of King Yama's Wrath. I do have 3 copies of Bolton's Toolbox. I'm pretty sure everything else here is ×3 copies. Except the Yusuke Unleashed, apparently I have a signed one somewhere. Probably in the back of the last binder as well. And then we start getting into the common and rare foils. Dark Tournament is where they introduced foils for the commons and rares. They are in the single rainbow format. I'm only going to be showing off the foils. But yeah, these 3, I have 3 copies in this binder. We get to this page. Sorry about the glare there. I'm pretty sure I have 2 sets of flashback, right? Yep, 2 sets of flashbacks. I have 2 sets of standoff, and what I mean by 2 sets for standoff is it's a limit 2 per deck card, so I have 4 copies in here. Everything else is ×3, including Dragon Pen and Captured Souls, even though they are limited to 1 per deck. And Sakyo's Lighter, I didn't see that. And Walking Stick, I have 2 sets of each of these as well, because they're nice foils. Excuse me, do not make noise. I'm pretty sure everything else from here forward, I'm going to check, except I have a Jury that's signed. Yeah, all the way up until Freak Show. So, I have a Jury that's signed. It's not in here. It's in another binder. Everything here is ×3, though. We also have everything here ×3, except Freak Show. Where is it? It's on the next page. So, these are all also ×3. Freak Show is a limit 2 per deck card, so I have 4 copies in there of it, as opposed to the standard 3 copies. Rokurukai Challenge, I have 2 sets in there of it, and I believe that's going to be it for this one, right? Yeah, everything else is ×3 until we get to the promos. Alright, so yeah, everything else in here is ×3. Like I said, they're all first edition, they're all foil. Dark Tournament, again, Dark Tournament's not that hard to collect a set of, although I guess it's probably getting more scarce. I mean, all the cards are getting more scarce at this point. It's been 15 years. Just like 16 years. No, 16? 16 years. I think we're coming up to the 17th year that the game has been discontinued. It was discontinued in, 2005. So, yeah, we're approaching the 17-year mark. So, of course, cards are going to get scarce. People are going to get them and keep them at this point. We get to the tournament set. That's where things change a little bit. Halts, I do have 2 sets of it. I do have 3 of Epic Showdown, and I'm calling you out. I know I have the Precise Evasion and extra of it somewhere. The draft stamped one. Is there anything else in here that's super fancy? Trial Sword, is that on this page? Yep, Trial Sword, I've got 2 sets. And I think that's it for this. Kodo, I've got a ton of copies. I forgot to take them out for this. Check the Instagram. They're on the Instagram. You can see how many Kodos I actually have. It's a little confusing and sickening. And then we have Confrontation and Heroic Stand as well, that I have 7 copies of each. Let's see. And Broomstick is on here. I've got 7 copies. Souls, I've got 7 copies. And then I forgot to take out the next binder, so give me 1 second. I believe it should be this next one right here, right? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Alrighty, let's put this underneath this. Come on. Oh my, we just flipped the dark one over. That's not nice. Alright, here we go. Double Barrel Blast, I've got 2 sets of. We've got Burst of Power, I've got ×3 copies of it. I'm going to move this back over here. ×3 of Kurama's Last Stand. I believe everything else in here is ×3. Miss Shinobi, yep, the League set. I just hit the dark one again. Let's slide that a little that way. And then, oh, sorry about that. I don't know if you saw me or not, but my bad. I hit my phone. I do have ×3 of Substitute as well, and that's going to end us for Dark Tournament. As always, for those that are watching, thank you for watching. Like I said, if you want to see a preview of the stuff that comes up, like preview of Gateway, which is a massive set, head on over to my Instagram. That's where I post everything in advance. Don't worry about these. These are just miscut cards. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.